Hey guys, welcome to Spooky Okie Podcast.
I'm Madison.
And I'm Catherine.
And today we are doing another Spooky Place episode, but this time we are both going to tell a story. We've got a couple of short little Spooky places to tell about, ones that won't really make an entire episode. So we're doing a couple of quick stories. We each have one for you today.
It'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
It's going to be great. Anything we need to say before we get started? Or are we just going to jump right in?
I think we can just jump right in. I don't think we got anything.
Look at us. Okay, great. Perfect. So I'm going to tell you about Dead Woman's Crossing.
Okay, I can't wait to hear about this. I've seen this mentioned on all the spooky places in Oklahoma, but I've never read anything about it. So.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky. It's actually a little bit of a true crime story too. So getting a little bit of both in here. So let's just jump right in. My sources are hauntedrooms.com and Atlas Obscura.
Okay.
So that's it. It's good. This is going to be a quick one. This is not even a whole page.
Okay.
So it'll be pretty quick. Okay. So Dead Woman's Crossing is a bridge that's located in Weatherford, Oklahoma. It's supposed to be very spooky. It's on all of the lists, all of the Oklahoma haunted places. They always talk about Dead Woman's Crossing, but there's really not that much information about it. It's a pretty short story, and there's not a ton of super spooky things that happen there from what I could tell. There's just a couple of little things that happen, but it is a good story, so we will do that. I just hit my headphones and it started playing something, so hold on.
Oh no.
I have one of our audios from our old episodes just started playing in my ear, so that was not a fun surprise. Spooky. Okay, here we go. I'm good now. I stopped it. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into Dead Woman's Crossing.
Nice.
So it gets its name from the story of a young woman who disappeared in the early 1900s.
Ooh.
We are traveling way back today. So
yeah.
On July 7th, 1905, long time ago.
Yeah.
29-year-old Katie DeWitt James boarded a train with her 14-month-old daughter, Lulu Bell, which is the most little early 1900s country Oklahoma name.
I know. I want to name a kid Lulu Bell.
Lulu Bell. But I try to say Lula. I feel like it doesn't flow very well. Lulu Bell. It should be Lula. Lula Bell. You know? That's what I think.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I like both.
Okay. Anyway, I would have gone a little differently, but whatever. Neither of them made my baby name list, so it's fine. So they were going to. Sorry, I got off track again.
That's okay. I was just thinking, I haven't even made one. I don't even know.
You don't have a baby name list? I thought every woman had a baby name list in their notes app. Because I sure do. I have a long baby name list. Am I ever gonna have a baby? I don't know for sure, but
I'm a true type B person, and I'm gonna make that up on the fly. They're gonna pop out and be I'm gonna name them.
Hold on.
Bob.
Hold on. Not Bob. Hold on. I've got a long. Actually, I shortened it some because I went through and was like,
do you literally have a physical list with you right now?
List. Hold on. I'm on it. Where is? I haven't added to it in a long time. It's way back here. Where is it? Where's my baby name list? Where is it at? Okay. It actually doesn't look that long now that I'm looking at it because it's got okay. Oh, never mind. I found another one and it's pretty long. So here's
my gosh. And it's organized by first and middle names and oh my god.
A lot of these are really old, so they're not my style anymore. But yeah, of course I have a baby name list.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously. Anyway, maybe I should cut that out. That sounds a little crazy.
That can be bloopers. That can be bloopers.
This whole thing can be bloopers. Okay.
Our whole show is the blooper reel.
It really is. It's chaos. Anyway, Lulu Bell is not on my baby name list, but that was her daughter's name. She was 14 months old.
I might have to start a baby name list and start with Lulu Bell. I like it.
Please do.
I like Lulu Bell. I'm not kidding.
Okay, that's what we can do. That's what we can do when we meet up next is we're going to work on your baby name list because you got to be prepared. You never know. You got to have a baby name list.
Did I tell you that a few summers ago, my mom was going through the computer room and she found her actual physical baby name list?
Really?
Yeah. And they weren't sure if
So
I was going to be a
cute.
boy or a girl. And so they
Uh-huh.
had guy names and they had girl names on there. And it was like on the back
Aw.
of a grocery list. So like one side was baby names, one side was grocery list.
Meanwhile, mine's like organized by first and middle, and like that's so funny. Wait, what were you gonna be named if you were a boy?
Nolan Ryan, like the baseball player.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Because
Nice.
my
Did
dad's
you
a
have
big
any?
Rangers fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have any like did they have any like backup girls' names? Like were they thinking of others?
They did, and I can't remember. I remember that there was one name that I did not like.
Mm.
And my mom was like, "Yeah, I really didn't like it either."
Oh.
And like she'd put it on there and then like thought about it
Yeah.
and was like, "I don't like it."
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it was, but she had like several. There was like 4 or 5 names for
Oh,
each.
okay.
Um, and they had originally, or my dad had wanted Cadence for my first name.
Okay.
And my
I
mom
have a
was
friend named
like,
Cadence. It's a cool name.
yeah, my mom was like, "Do you want our daughter to hate us with you being a band director?"
Yeah,
Because
that would have been unfortunate. If he wasn't a band director,
yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, that's so cute. What a cute name. Like I love that name. My friend Cadence has that name.
Yeah.
Name's Cadence. Sorry, I didn't know how to phrase that. That was not good. I'm a decently smart person, I promise. I just can't speak apparently.
But but yeah, since my dad was a band director, my mom was like, "No, we do not need to name our child with the first name of Cadence. Like we can put it as
Yeah,
her first name, but that's just
as your middle
asking for
name.
her to
Yeah.
get yeah. Wait, what did I say? Did I say last name? Sorry.
No, he said first name.
Oh, we can put it Oh my gosh.
Should we mention that we were supposed to record this episode at 2:00 this afternoon and it is 6 p.m.
Oh, and it's largely due to me, guys. It's my fault.
No, I drove an hour and a half to go get doors because I was like, we need to replace some of our doors. And guess what I did? I got a door that has nothing pre-cut, pre-drilled, like nothing. It's just a slab.
No.
So now I got to figure out how to do all of that.
Oh no.
That'll be fun.
Oh no.
Great. Yeah.
Um,
Another one of my projects that's going to work out so well. It'll be great. Not going to be stressed at all.
But if you hadn't have driven, I still wouldn't have been ready. I mean,
that's true.
I mean, and then we were still late because of me, because I was still finishing notes. So yeah, I just was relieved that it wasn't, you were waiting for 2.5 hours because of me.
It worked out really well. It did. It worked out well. So anyway, we got really off track.
We got real off track.
Well, so my name obviously is Madison.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. If I was a boy, I think I was gonna be Matthew, maybe.
Okay.
I think I was gonna be Matthew, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
And then because I was a twin.
So you still could have been, so you still could have had the nickname Maddie.
Yeah. But because I was a twin and I ate my twin in the womb, apparently. For anybody who didn't know that, I did that.
You chose violence from the beginning.
I did. Yeah. It's that Aries energy, bringing that fire. I gotta move off of this. Her name was gonna be Mackenzie, so it would have been Madison.
Oh, okay.
Mackenzie. If it was a girl, we don't know what it was. It was too early. Like I didn't actually eat my twin in the womb. They just got like reabsorbed or whatever. So I guess that's the same thing.
Sure, whatever.
I think that's literally the same thing.
I think that's the same thing.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
So if your significant other in the future is ever like, I feel like you have a different energy today, you can be like, yeah, it's Mackenzie.
It's my twin. Yeah, it's my twin that I ate in the womb. Sorry. I'm not going to use that one, probably. Maybe I will. No? Who knows? Maybe I'll wake up and just choose chaos one day. So we'll see. We got to hop back into this. I'm on the 3rd bullet point and we've got nowhere other than me taking us on some wild tangents. I'm so sorry.
Okay. You're good.
I'm choosing chaos today. Okay. So
I think we both are.
Katie and Lulu Bell got on a train. They got on a train. They were going to visit Katie's cousin in Payne County.
Okay.
Which I don't know where that is, but that's fine. Maybe I should have looked that up.
Isn't Payne County where Stillwater? Isn't Stillwater in Payne County?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, now I gotta look it up. Okay.
Okay. I think it is. They didn't make it to
I
Payne
actually
County.
I pulled up a county map earlier.
I did like last night or something. Not last night. Like yesterday, I think. Maybe it was last night. I don't know. I stayed up doing my notes until like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. You actually were responsible and did yours ahead of time.
No, I wasn't responsible. I stayed out doing a game night until like 11. No, until like midnight. I got home at like midnight.
Right, but you were responsible in that you were like, oh, since I chose to do this fun thing, I'm going to
Yeah.
stay up late and get my stuff done.
Oh yeah. No, I said, bye guys. I gotta go do a few hours of research now. So
Yeah. Payne County, I think, is where Stillwater is because it's right above Lincoln
oh great.
County.
Perfect. So they were going to visit Katie's cousin in Payne County,
I'm
which is
sorry.
apparently up
I'm
near
really proud of
Stillwater.
myself for my Oklahoma geography.
You did great. I'm really proud of you too.
I
You're
can't
very
believe I remember
smart.
that.
You're
Thank
very
you.
smart. I'm gonna start this bullet point over because I think
Please.
everything has gotten lost. Okay. On July 7th, 1905, 29-year-old Katie DeWitt James boarded a train with her 14-month-old daughter, Lulu Bell. They were going to visit Katie's cousin in Payne County, which is apparently up around where Stillwater is. Katie had recently filed for divorce from her husband, who was abusive. So they were going to stay with
That's a
Katie's
big
cousin.
deal in that time.
It's yeah. Yeah, I was
That's
really
a real big
surprised to
deal.
read that. Like, it's 1905. Like,
Yeah,
new
that's a
girl.
big deal.
Yeah. So Katie's father said goodbye to Katie and Lulu at the train station. I'm not sure where they left from. I couldn't find that information. I don't know where they were actually initially from, but they were going to Payne County on a train. So Katie's father said bye to them at the train station, and he expected to hear from Katie upon her arrival at her cousin's house. So he was waiting to get word that she had made it there safely. But you know, it's 1905, so like it's gonna take a little while to hear from her. No big deal.
Right.
But then weeks went by with no word from Katie, and her father started getting really worried because that's not like
Yeah.
Katie to just disappear. Like he knew he would hear something from her. But he hadn't.
Right.
So he hired Detective Sam Bartell to locate Katie and Lulu.
Okay.
Detective Bartell soon discovered that Katie had not gotten off the train to meet her cousin. Instead, she had gotten off the train in Weatherford with a notorious prostitute named Fanny Norton.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure why. I think she like befriended her on the train, it sounds like, and
Okay.
got off the train with her. So witnesses reported seeing Fanny take Katie and Lulu for a ride near Deer Creek for about an hour.
Okay.
But when she returned, only baby Lulu was with her. And then she took Lulu to a farm and dropped her off there before fleeing the area. So
Wait, so who had Lulu?
Fanny.
Fanny had Lulu. Okay.
Yeah. So Katie's nowhere to be found.
That's not good.
So Detective Bartell found Fanny because she fled the area after she dropped the baby off the farm. And he brought her in for questioning. But soon after she was being questioned, she poisoned herself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know how she had poison on her in the jail, but it's 1905. They're probably not searching them that well.
They're probably not keeping like, poisons out of reach. There's not
No,
safety
totally
protocols.
not. No, I wouldn't think so. So yeah, she poisoned herself. And then the following August, it said the following August. I'm pretty sure that's literally a month later. So like the next month.
Okay.
This man was fishing in Deer Creek when he discovered a fully clothed skeleton.
Oh
So
no.
maybe it was more than a month. I don't know. Under a wooden wagon crossing. The skull was lying 3 feet away with a bullet just behind the right ear, and a .38 caliber gun was a few feet away. So everything's just right there. Yeah, not great. And they pretty quickly concluded that the body belonged to Katie and that Fanny had killed her. Oh, it says the month before, so it was a month.
Okay.
It was concluded that the body was hers and Fanny had killed her the month before and just left the body there because it's the right area. It's like where they saw them riding to. They're pretty sure it's her. So on to the spooky stuff. There's really not much spooky stuff. Like most of it is just the story.
So why did she kill her?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
But why?
I know. Not sure. But there are newspaper clippings about like, oh, body discovered in Deer Creek. Like, so it happened. I
That's
just don't know
so
why.
weird.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why she got off the train with her. I don't know what the motive would have been for killing her. Like, it doesn't make sense. There's a lot of missing
Wow.
information. Like, and it's probably something we'll never know because it's so long ago.
It's so long ago. Gosh, dang
Yeah.
it. I want to
Isn't that
know.
crazy? I know. I want to know the drama. Because
That's
there
a
had
lot
to
of
be
tea.
something.
That's a
There
lot
had
of
to be
tea to be
something.
bottled
Like,
up
you
and not
don't
be spilled.
just, especially for that to be done by another woman.
Yeah.
Like,
And
this is gonna
a
sound
violent
bad.
crime like that.
If it was a man that
It'd be
had
pretty
taken her and the
obvious.
baby, it would be like, oh, well, yeah, he murdered
Yeah.
her. Okay. Doesn't really matter that much what the motive is. Like, he murdered her. But
Yeah.
for another woman to do that, like,
It
that's
seems weird.
very strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
Okay.
there's not a ton of spooky stuff really. There's just a couple of main things that people report. Most of like the
Okay.
spookiness just comes from the story and just comes from knowing
Yeah.
that like this happened, there was a body there. Like, it's just kind of makes for a good story. So people still call it Dead Woman's Crossing. But local legend does claim that Katie's spirit still roams the area around Deer Creek, and it can be heard calling out her daughter's name because she's looking for her baby.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
so sad.
Yeah. And people say that if you stand underneath the bridge, you can hear the sound of wagon wheels above you. So that's kind of cool.
Oh,
I
that's
think that would be
cool.
kind of fun to try.
Yeah, we need to try that.
I know that would be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much that's Dead Woman's Crossing. It's obviously not the same bridge that it was in 1905 because that was like just a little wooden wagon crossing, but that one was torn
Right.
down and they built like a concrete bridge. And they say you can still hear all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
So
have to check that out.
So that is Dead Woman's Crossing. There's not a ton to that one. It's a pretty quick one, but so it couldn't really have its own episode, but I'm glad that we got to do it. Do it in this.
Mine is also a shorty.
Okay, great.
So mine is kind of the opposite of yours,
Ooh.
and that I don't have much history.
Oh, okay, great.
I just have the spooky what happens.
Great, perfect.
Okay, so mine is the Highway 20 Hitchhiker.
I don't know this one.
Okay, so I found it on a few places listed, but
Okay.
I could not find the history of this at all. Like, there is no backstory. I have zero backstory as to why this happens. And my sources for this are okali.com, z94.com, azanimals.com. I know, but they have haunted stuff. I don't know why. It's A to Z animals, but they have stuff on haunted things. I don't know.
Okay, I would understand cryptids.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But okay, we'll just go with it. Why not?
Claremore Progress. So that's like the Claremore newspaper. And then okhighways.com. I don't know about you, but a lot of times when I'm driving at night, I get a spooky feeling when I'm driving alone on a highway.
Probably because I'm also always listening to true crime podcasts. So that doesn't help. But
yeah, that doesn't help either. Yeah, I do the same. But I've never driven along a highway, to my knowledge, that is as spooky as this one. So along Highway 20, from Tulsa to Pryor, Oklahoma, there's lots of instances of spooky stories about a frequent traveler on the highway.
Okay.
So Highway 20 was originally laid out in the 1920s. It started as a much shorter highway than it is now, but the original section that was laid out is still there. Like, it still follows the same path.
Yeah.
So it originally started in Claremore and then went east through Pryor and then past, I actually had never heard of this Oklahoma town, so I don't know if I'm going to say it right. Spavinaw?
Oh, I don't know that one.
I didn't know it either.
Okay. Cool.
And then it goes past Spavinaw. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Till it reaches its eastern end on the Arkansas state line.
Okay.
Today it runs further west, like it goes all the way till Tulsa.
Okay.
A little bit past, but it still follows that same route.
Got it.
So according to local legend, there's a young boy who walks along the highway. People
Oh.
driving along the highway will see him and will offer to give him a ride. Sometimes he gets in the car. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he just disappears. But sometimes he gets in and they'll actually drive him along, and he says that he's trying to get home to Pryor. And Pryor's been around for a long time. I think it was like the 1870s was when it was
Oh,
formed.
okay. Yeah.
And he'll actually talk to them as they drive him. And then eventually he'll get to a place where he wants them to drop him off. And he'll say, my house is just over there, but there's no homes. And then he just disappears.
Ooh, can you imagine taking somebody in your car and you look
Yeah.
over and they have disappeared completely? I would burn that car to the ground.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so scary. That is, oh, I don't like that. And then you have to continue on driving by yourself at night.
I
With
know.
that having just happened. Oh no, I don't like it.
So the main story is the account that is told by May Doria.
Okay.
So it was 1965. And it was winter. So sometimes he's also called the Christmas Hitchhiker.
Ooh. Can
Because
we go
apparently
this winter? See if we
that's
find
what
one?
I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
I'm
We
not
need to
letting him in the
drive up
car,
there.
but
No, but we can look and see if we see a boy hitchhiking.
oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
can we please? I want to do that.
Yeah.
Great.
So it was winter and she was driving home to see her family at Christmas time. That evening, as she was driving east near Claremore, she spotted a young boy hitchhiking. She pulled over and asked him if he needed a ride. He asked if she could take him to Pryor, and she agreed. As they are driving along, she's making conversation with him. He tells her that he's an athlete and that he plays baseball. The conversation mainly focused on sports and the school he attended, and she picked him up from a school, like along the way. Like he was near a school along the road when she picked him up.
Okay.
As they neared Pryor, but were still outside of town, the boy started to describe where he lives. He asks her to go ahead and let him out, but she's confused because she doesn't see any houses around. So she's trying to get him to describe where he lives because she's like, there's no houses.
Yeah.
And he starts to get upset. So he's starting to like get upset, it doesn't say cry, but that's kind of what I've interpreted is that it's more cry than like mad.
Okay.
And he insists that she pull over so that he can get out. So
yeah, well, he might also be panicking. Like he's probably kind of stuck on a loop a little bit, but like,
yeah,
thinking he's getting kidnapped.
Yeah. And so she asks him where he lives, and he simply states over there, pointing to a nearby field. So she's pulling over, and as she turns back to clarify where he's pointing, because she doesn't see any homes, he's no longer in the back seat of her car. She even gets out and looks around and like thinking that somehow he jumped out of the car, and he's nowhere to be found.
I hate that so much. Oh, I don't like that at all. Never mind. I don't think I want to go. I mean, we won't let him in the car though.
No,
right?
No,
okay.
No. The boy ghost has been seen at various points along the highway between Tulsa and Pryor. Some people say that the tales go back as far as the 1930s, which still fits with the timeline of the highway because
that's really quick though, because it would only been like 10 years. Interesting.
Yeah. Of course, there are some people that say they've lived in the area their whole lives and have never heard or seen of any ghosts, but I would say just stay on the safe side and don't pick up any hitchhikers in that area.
I think that's great advice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Can you imagine picking up somebody along the highway? Like I rarely pick up people. I mean, I never do it on the highway. Like I've done it some in Shawnee.
Never done that. I've never done that.
I have
because
a couple
I'm
of times.
scared that I will be murdered. So you're braver than I am.
Once it was like torrential rains. It was horrible rain. And this kid
Yeah.
was walking in the rain, and I was like, I just felt like I needed to pick him up.
Yeah.
So I took him outside of town to where he lived. He lived like right outside of Shawnee. So I was like, okay, I'll take you.
Yeah.
Because I was afraid he was going to get hit. It was one of those rains that like you could
Yeah.
barely
Yeah.
see driving, and he was like
Ooh,
walking along the road,
that's
and
not
I was
good.
like, yeah. I think he might have been high on something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
At least he made it home safe.
yeah, he got home safe. But yeah, I've never picked up somebody in the evening like that. So, and it seems like it happens in the evening.
Okay.
So,
Oh, we have to go.
that's what I'm thinking.
And it's the right time of year. It's the right time of year for this.
That's what I
Road
thought.
trip?
Road trip.
Great. Okay, cool. Just to drive down some random highway a few times.
Yep.
Great.
Maybe we could do something in Tulsa while we're up that area.
Yeah. That'll be fun. Cool.
Because there's lots of haunted places in Tulsa, so.
That is true. Knock out 2 investigations in one, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Cool. That was spooky.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, it's gonna give me nightmares now whenever I'm driving down the highway by myself. I'm gonna be like,
no.
It reminds me, I was trying to find it. There's a Supernatural episode where like somebody just pops up in their car. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I haven't watched Supernatural in a very long time, but
me neither. I was trying to find it and I could not find which episode it was. But yeah.
Interesting. I feel like I've heard of other hitchhiker, like highway hauntings, that sort of thing. But I didn't know we had one in Oklahoma. I had no idea.
I didn't either until I was
so interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. Great job.
Thank you. Good job to you.
Thank you. That's it for this episode. Look at us. This is a quick one. Really quick one. Sorry, guys.
It was a shorty but a goodie.
Yeah, with a lot of random tangents thrown in on mine. You did great about staying on track for your story. And I was like, let me show you my baby name list. Stupid. Okay. Anyway, we needed more banter though, because this was going to be a short one. So
yeah, we did.
I guess it worked out. It's all good. Okay. We got to record another episode now because we're doing 2 back to back. So you guys don't judge us when you look at the next episode and we're wearing exactly the same things.
Yep. Which honestly, I realized
5 minutes apart.
after I like put on clothes that this is the same sweater I wore last time anyways. It's just a different black top. It's just a different black top under it.
You know what? I'm really bad about finding like, oh no, I just accidentally opened the thing again because I keep touching these headphones. It's fine. I'm really bad about wearing the same outfits over and over. I am sure I've worn this sweater on another episode this season already. I'm sure. I have like 5 outfits that I own, I swear, and I just rotate them. Actually, no, I have a lot. I have like 5 that I wear. It's not good, but it's fine.
That's what I do too. I've got to this like either this Christmas or next summer, like when I have time, I need to go through my stuff, and the stuff that I'm not wearing, I need to get out, because it's like every time I do laundry and I actually put it away and don't just like leave it on a pile, it's like, man, I have nowhere to put it. It won't fit all in the drawers. Yeah, and it's like,
but you still feel like you only have you're like, I only have 5 outfits that I wear. Why am I struggling to put things away? I should use one drawer. Yeah. All right. We should sign off on here and to our next episode, I guess. All right. Wait our 10 minutes between Zoom calls. Zoom makes me mad. I think I might have had to cut that out of the first episode that we did because it was really, really long. Okay. I don't remember if I did or not, but you guys, if I didn't cut that out, Zoom now makes you wait 10 minutes in between. Like we do the free Zoom, and so you get 40 minutes, and you used to be able to just like end one and then restart another, and it was fine. Now they make you wait 10 minutes in between, and it's really frustrating because Zoom is not affordable. Like their plans are not affordable. So it's like, yeah, you know what? I'll deal with the inconvenience of having to wait 10 minutes in between, but it's so frustrating. So if anybody has any recommendations for like other programs to use to video chat and record it and not have to wait, like we will gladly not use Zoom. We just don't really
Yep.
know exactly what else to use. So anyway, if you have any recommendations, let me know.
Yeah, because either that or start supporting us on Patreon so we can
Mhm.
afford the $150 a year to get
Isn't that
pro Zoom.
ridiculous? It's
It's
so expensive.
ridiculous.
So expensive. So
Like even if it was
anyway,
half that and then we split it, like, okay, 30 bucks
that
a
will
year
be
each
fine. Yeah.
person. Okay, like
Yeah.
35 bucks, whatever. It's not a big deal, but 150 bucks a year, that's
So much.
ridiculous.
It is so much. And it's not worth it. Like
It is not.
I will gladly deal with waiting the 10 minutes in between. Except
Yeah.
what happens is every time we record, we get on Zoom and then we're like, hey, how's it going? As if we haven't talked. Like we talked on the phone an hour and a half, like 2 days ago. Thought we were
And then
catching
we
up on everything. And then we got on Zoom and did the entire 40-minute first meeting just talking to each other, just chatting. We didn't even start recording, hadn't even hit record.
no.
We were just talking and then it just kicked us off. And I was like, oh, guess it's been 40 minutes.
Yep.
So that's what ends up happening every single time. So before we even
Every
start
time.
recording, we've done 50 minutes with our 40-minute Zoom and our 10-minute, what ends up being a phone call in between.
Yep.
50 minutes before we can ever even start recording because we have zero self-control or focus. So
Yep. Yep. That's us.
anyway, we should say goodbye
Sign
so
off. Yeah.
we can do our 10-minute hiatus and then do another another episode. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Spookyoki Podcast. Send any story recommendations to spookyoki@gmail.com. And support us on Patreon. I'll link our Patreon down below in the show notes. And yeah, support us on Patreon to see our video investigations and just be part of our Patreon community and help us get the pro Zoom.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Stay spooky.
Stay spooky.